week's coffee vlog. It's now Friday the 20-something? 25th. Friday the 25th of June. It is actually Friday morning, ready for another busy day. We've done a lot of roasting this week with the big one and the smaller roaster as well. Been very busy for coffee actually. So obviously you know what I did last Saturday because I did the vlog. Came in and did a bit of work in the afternoon, starting for the new suspended ceiling in the sort of demonstration type room. So Saturday afternoon, basically all I did was build the frame because there was only two walls, physical walls in there, and I needed another two virtual walls, for want of a better word, to attach the fittings that the suspended ceiling will slot onto. So I had to build that up with battens of 2x4 wood, which was fun. Managed to get all that done. Sunday came and did a bit and started fitting in the main runners for it, well, cutting them to size so they fit along, and then starting to put the bit of the frame together. And then that's really been the rest of the week. I've done like a bit of an hour before everyone arrives, because I'm in early anyway at work, and then an hour after they left, just working my way along building all the framework. So pretty much all the frame of it is up now. I just need to do some of the edges where I need to chop down very small pieces just to get them to where the wall is. Because of course it's not anyway it's like a straight line to the wall. It goes at an angle like that for some, well, I know the reason why, because we built a partition wall at the end of that room, because the actual wall at the end was really horrible. And we decided we'd hide it rather than try and do anything with it. But evidently we never paid any real attention to distances when we did that wall. And then of course my strut I did across the top of where that is, I followed the line of that, so evidently that wasn't very square. And then the bit along the side, which was like a storage shelf really, which I'm now following the line of, that was put in at, God knows, that could have been put in the 40s. Big old thing. And evidently they didn't really pay a lot of attention to how straight that was either. And at the back end even is another one I had to make, so none of it was ever going to be very straight, to be honest. Not that it really makes a difference, because all I want is a nice ceiling to look at. I don't really care that the lines of it aren't following the wall, they're going like ooh, that way. So on with that, kind of slow progress. I had to do some deliveries last night, so I didn't do any last night. Won't get any done this morning because doing this. Got more deliveries tonight, so I won't do it tonight. So being at the weekend maybe. Talking the weekend, weather forecast when I was looking last sort of start of weekend was this weekend would be cracking flags, sunny, brilliant sunshine. So I get up this morning and it's pouring with rain. And my boy was going on his outward bound activity day, well 3 days in Doncaster today. So I was expecting, I was like, oh, you have to get loads of sun cream, it's going to be boiling hot, and now I've looked and it's completely changed. Today's rain and the next 2 days are cloudy. But cloudy but still warm, about 17 degrees, so it's not bad. But yeah, not the amazing sunshine that was forecast a week ago, and where that disappeared to, who knows. So the ceiling building is going well. Work's been, it just plows on, doesn't it really? There's all sorts, you never really know what you're going to expect. Orders come in left, right and centre. Did a 40 kilo order yesterday on this. Got a 415 kilo order for Brazil peaberry, but they don't need it till the end of August. So I've got all the time in the world to start doing bits at a time with that one instead of having to do it in one big rush. But yeah, otherwise work's been pretty good. It's just ploughed on. Hive, blockchain kind of recovered almost. Still waiting for nodes to completely catch up. Did upgrade to the HF25 code because that was out in master, and I had to rebuild one of my witnesses anyway, because for some reason it's been working fine for ages and it's had multiple restarts, but this time after restarting it, instead of using the normal 17 odd gigabytes, it was getting to 50% and using all 60 gigabytes of RAM the server had, and then crashing because it run out of RAM. But it shouldn't have ever been using that much. I couldn't figure it out because I even just kept removing absolutely every single API and plugin that I possibly could out of the config, and it still kept doing it, even when it was the bare minimum that you could use for a witness. It still kept using a massive amount of RAM. So I built HF25 and now it's using like 12 gigabytes of RAM. Partly because I've removed millions of plugins, I could put those back at some point, but I wouldn't wait for the replay again. So upgraded both witnesses, White Rose Coffee and my own are on the HF25 code. We're ready for the hard fork on the 30th of June. Subsequently, nodes are all catching up, API nodes, and starting to run HF25. Bit of a problem with that. I've since discovered that large amounts of services that I run don't like the new HF25 code. I think there's some calls, API calls that have been changed, revised, or depreciated. So yeah, I'm having to keep change them to one nodes that's still running HF24 to delay the inevitable, and I'm going to have to recode or go in and work out what's going wrong and fix it. So that's a bit annoying. And then, other than that, not a lot. I mean, I've not done a lot on Hive again. I keep thinking I might get some done, but so by the time I'm done working here and get out, I'm just about ready for wiping out. That's about it. So, not a great deal happening. Right, so let's do Mr. Nice's words of wisdom, and then I'm off on my busy day. So Mr. Nice says, my things for you to talk about on your vlog. Have you ever been to Jam Sandwich Bar? Or is it? Oh, it's Gems, not Jams. Jam Sandwich Bar? No, not heard of it. What was that cartoon picture on your shirt on your vlog last week? It was a frog picture because it's a Costa Rica shirt. It was a Costa Rican frog. Have you seen The Truman Show? Of course. The Fast and Furious 9? Yes. Just more and more and more. Dog Tonyan and the Three Musket Hounds, the 1918 cartoon series becoming a film? Really? Not quite good actually. Have you ever seen any of the El Mariachi films? Not that I know of, Richard, so can't say I have. Right, so, coffee. Ethiopian Limu Natural. I can't remember if I've done this one or not, but it is a new one, a new Ethiopian, because we only had Yergi Chef before. I got this 87 cup scoring Limu. It's nice, it's a really good coffee. And it's been quite popular since I've put it on the site as well. So that's another good white rose coffee tip. Ethiopian Limu Natural, very tasty. So that's me done. Have a good weekend, next week, and I'll catch you next week's coffee vlog. Okay, see you.